Control back inside their own blue line. Cleared out through center ice now, and it is Canada on the attack. Cleared in over the line, off the stick of Kasatonov, goes to the side of the net. Middleton's in there, forechecking. Gretzky intercepts that clearing pass out near the line. Now here's Coffey with a shot in a crowd. Goulet reaching for it, winds up against the boards. In the corner, Goulet back behind the net now. That's Middleton. Can't control it. Gretzky gets it though, and he clears it back out to the point. Raymond Bourque the shot again in the crowd, but just wide of the net. Now at the point, Coffey, band on it, gets it again. Middleton trying to get it in front for Gretzky. That was intercepted by Kasatonov. He clears it off the boards, but not out. Cleared again to Middleton. Middleton backhanding it in for Gretzky in the corner. Under some checking pressure there from Makarov. Cleared around the boards on this side. 32 seconds left in the power play as Bourque gets it in, intended for Gretzky. It deflected over his head, winds up in against the boards, and the Soviets take over. Coming out of his zone, Kurutov. He shoots it down the ice. Lemelin leaving it for Coffey with 18 seconds left in the power play. Here comes Coffey at center ice. Paul Coffey to the line now. Coffey still with that puck, still has that puck as he goes to the far boards, clears it in front. And unable to deflect it there was Sutter. Bossy's got it now. Bossy got the room, the shot right on. And the bad save is made by Tishnik, and it's out at center ice now. Svetlov clearing it in the corner. That's Gimaev. Along the boards, it's poked free, and it's center ice once again, Canada. Bossy chopping it into the Soviet zone. Sutter's out of his net, or at least the Sutter is in forechecking. Puck comes back to Robinson at the point. He clears it in front, and trying to one-time it there was Sutter, but it deflected up on the handle of his stick. Here's Semyonov. Over the line he comes. Svetlov in after it. Gimaev in the corner. He's checked up against the board. Semyonov behind the net, Robinson. Larry Robinson at center ice, that lead pass. Robinson on the give and go now as it's cleared in, and Robinson will go deep after it. In after it as well as Pervukin. He tried to move it along the boards. Pervukin still in the middle of that play as Peter Stastny tries to strip the play as well. Now Tonelli kicking it loose. Tonelli out in front. Here's the shot. Now at the line, it's low, and it comes out to center ice, and Robinson will have to go back for it. Canada completing a change. Flipped in once again. Bouncing puck in on Tishnik. He clears it into the corner. Anderson's there. Anderson in front. Stastny's all alone, but they couldn't get the puck to him. Out at center ice it comes. Varnikov over the line. Clears it in front. It deflects by everybody. It's in the corner now, and Canada. Out at center ice they come. Messier, the lead pass. Hauled down at center ice is Anderson. There's going to be a penalty. And Canada will go on the power play.
Varnikov is back checking along with Anderson there, and he gives him a little hook, pulls him down. Really not in any trouble at all. Kind of a cheap penalty to take at that point.
Well, Canada on the power play, and there'll be a face-off directly in front of the Soviet net. Kyle Varnikov off for a hooking at 2:54 as you see it. Well, there you see Tianov again giving his charges a lecture, and he stands right in front of them. No way you're going to ignore him.
That's Phil Scheuer, the liaison for Team Canada. He travels with the Soviet Hockey Club. What the players thought of Tianov, and he used one word. He said, very scared.
Peter Stastny out there now, along with Anderson and Messier and Bourque, who has the puck and gives it to Coffey. Coffey flipping it in there now. It's wide of the net. And the Soviets take it out and shoot it down the ice. And I believe we're going to get a penalty called here on Team Canada. Anderson heading for the penalty bench. Well, that one gave Canada about 11 seconds of power play advantage. That is not a penalty that made Glenn Sather very pleased, I can tell you that.
Well, when you get those power play opportunities, you want to make the most of them, and to take a penalty such as that, I don't know what Anderson did here. A little interference from the face-off. The Soviet forward trying to get out to the point man.
I don't know about that one. Have to see that again.
Team Canada penalty to Anderson.
Yeah.
2 minutes hooking
at a little extra into that one. Shots on goal are even at 8 apiece now. 2-2 tie in the hockey game, and I think that both of those statistics honestly tell the story of this game. It has been very close. Oh, he doesn't let up, does he? No way you're going to drift off a hockey game he's running.
Well, they're a well-disciplined hockey club, that's for sure.
That goes by everybody down into the Soviet end. Tizhnik, who finally cleared it off to Vasiliev. Vasiliev is wearing number 28. He normally wears number 6, which is the number his cousin wore with such honor for the Soviet team over the years. Valery Vasiliev. Gretzky deep in his own zone. Now the teams are playing a man short. Messier feeds it back against the flow, and Bourne circling in the corner. Bourne drops it off. Gets the return pass. He's out of center ice now. That lead pass is collected right at the blue line by Starikov. Ahead now. Koshevnikov. Koshevnikov to the line now. Koshevnikov trying to circle the defense. Lows right on top of him. Winds up behind the net. Now it's flipped out in front. Bouncing puck. Koshevnikov right near the line. Dropped loose. Out of center ice comes Canada now. The lead pass. Sutter's got it. Sutter clearing it in. And back to get it is Zubkov. Ahead for Koshevnikov at center ice. Starikov couldn't hold it. Neither could Karutov. Sutter's got it. Back into his own zone now. Going nowhere fast here as they play out these penalties. Coffey to Sutter. Sutter to the line. To Bossy. Bossy trying to force it away, and here comes the break. Here's Karutov coming back as Coffey. Karutov, his shot right on the rebound. And Bossy. I'll tell you, the guy that knocked off the net who played that perfectly, Darrell, was Paul Coffey. This is Labatt's. I wonder what they think about all of that. I know that kind of nonplussed looking Czechoslovakian team the other night in Calgary.
They were stunned the other night. This looks pretty good from up here.
We've got a great view of it from way up above here in the Northlands College. Look at. Take it off. Just.
You got him to smile.
That's great. We've got a 2-2 tie here. 4:36 gone in the second period. They're trying to repair the net there. I believe they cut the twine. I think Paul Coffey did when he slid into the net. So they're repairing that right now. And meanwhile, the wave keeps going by.
Well, we have a break here, Ron. I'd like to say hello to my father-in-law. He's been sick in the hospital. He's been in intensive care for about a week. He just got out today, and I know he's a real hockey fan, and he's got a chance to see Team Canada play. And just like to say hello, and I'm glad he's feeling better.
I know he's enjoying this one. Well, fans are having fun in the Northlands Coliseum. And while they're still repairing the nets down below us, we're going to take another break. A 2-2 tie here. This is Labatt's Canada Cup on CTV. The exchange of gifts at center ice between the two teams. This is very common in international hockey. Usually it's been an exchange of pennants, but a little different for Team Canada this year, as Canada's gifts to the visiting teams have been desk clocks made of green carbonate, and quartz were made by Osene of Kirkland Lake, Ontario, and the Soviets and all of the teams here visiting in the Canada Cup will be taking home a piece of Canada. Very fine gift. Now we're set to go. Karutov out there now to take the draw against Brent Sutter. Sutter wins it cleanly. Behind his own net, Paul Coffey to Robinson at the side of his net, being checked from behind there by Karutov, but he gets the pass away into center ice. Coffey, a hit for Sutter. Sutter with Messier cutting across, and I think he cut in over the line a little too quickly, and it's called on the offside. 6 seconds remaining to the Soviet penalty. 17 seconds left in the penalty to Glenn Anderson of Canada.
I notice Team Canada has been changing their lines quickly tonight. You have to do that in international hockey to be effective.
There's Sergei Makarov, one of the great Soviet players. One of the years we've been seeing him come over here, he's scored 201 goals in 304 league games in the Soviet Union. One of their great players, plays for the Army in Moscow, the Central Army. Robinson, great story goes next to that kid. But right now, back to the play as Makarov steals the puck, and it's cleared rinks wide now. Chopped up to center ice, and Canada on the move now as Messier comes down over the line. Messier tried to get the shot away, and that was Zubkov who got his way to stick in the way. Now out comes Karutov. Karutov ahead over the line for Varnikov. Varnikov trying to get set, but Anderson takes it up. Now the teams are at full strength. Anderson to the line. Anderson tried to sweep around Kasatonov, and Kasatonov got enough of a piece of him to make the shot go over top of the net. Varnikov, Karutov, drop pass by Makarov, and is called on the offside. 5 minutes, 28 seconds gone here in the second period. We've got a 2-2 tie. Sergei Makarov, just to finish the story we started, his brother Nikolai played for the Army, and back when Sergei was about 10 years old, he sneaked him into the dressing room to meet his idol. His idol at that time was Valery Harlamov, the late Valery Harlamov, and at that point he decided to become a hockey player. 10 years later, coming out of Chelyabinsk near Siberia, he was a member of the same team and a teammate of Harlamov. Over the line now is Yashin. Yashin is knocked down. There's going to be a penalty, and Canada is getting into penalty trouble in this game. You can't do that against the Soviets and expect to come out unscathed.
Well, the Soviets, they have a good power play, and like I said earlier, you don't want to give them too many chances. Here's a little hook from behind. Really not in any trouble there. I think the defenseman had the guy angled off, but he had to call that.
Hooking to Gartner at 5:41. Well, Canada will kill penalties off, and you know, more than that, you're trying to get some rhythm to your line changes, to the way the game is going. Suddenly you're forced to put penalty killers out there, and penalties. Canada has picked up 4 penalties to the Soviet Union's 2, and the Soviets have scored on the power play. The first goal of the hockey game, Karutov scoring. Puck is cleared around the boards, and it bounces by everybody and forced back into his own zone with that puck is Pervukin. Messier forechecking as Pervukin behind his own net. Ahead, Semenov. Semenov checked away from him. Comes over for Letdinov. Knocked down as he crossed the line was Semenov. And the puck bounces out to center ice near Gretzky. Gretzky fighting off a check, but reaching back very neatly was Letdinov. In the center ice zone. Swinging back. Svetlov. Letdinov. Over now for Pervukin. Pervukin to the line at center ice. The lead pass right into the skates there of Semenov. He gets the return pass now. Semenov in the corner. It's dropped back there for Yashin. Yashin back to the point. Pervukin. Letdinov. The shot's right off. Rebound comes to Kevin Lowe. He doesn't get the clearing pass away. And Svetlov checked him. Now back near the line again. The Soviets. Pervukin. In deep now. Here's a pass right in front of the net. Good job as they were running some good interference in front of that net, but it was shot wide. Svetlov doing the job in the crease. And Gretzky on his knees throws it down the ice. Good effort by Wayne Gretzky. Back to get it. Pervukin along the boards. Sutter in deep. Tonelli unable to hold it in there. 40 seconds left in the power play. Sutter cleared out to center ice, and Robinson just gets it ahead for Tonelli. Now Tonelli hits the line and tried to make the move on the defense. Letdinov didn't go for it. Now here's Karutov. He's got 2 goals already in this hockey game. The lead pass for Makarov. Makarov over the line is checked away from him by Coffey. Taking a hit against the boards is Shepelev. Now the lead pass. Sutter deflecting it out to center ice now. Back toward is Zubkov. Over for Kazatonov. Kazatonov. Shepelev. Shepelev unable to get free of some checking out there. Now reaches back, gets it to Karutov just inside the blue line. Karutov checked off his stick, goes outside the line. Zubkov brought it back in, and it's called on the offside with 2 seconds remaining in the power play advantage that is held currently left of your screen. The great one on his way out to take the face-off, the Brantford Gretzky's.
Wayne's seen a lot of ice time tonight. He's killed most of the penalties here, and he's played on the power plays.
Well, one would expect that. Gemayev facing off against Gretzky right now. Starikov shooting it in. Oh, the penalty is over. Teams are at full strength now. Canada trying to bring it out, but it goes right to Starikov. The shot to the head, but now it's stolen in center ice. It's Gartner. Gartner's got good speed over the line, but Middleton straddling the line. Right, didn't get in. Now big check thrown on Stelnoff in there as Gartner got in. Cleared quickly to center ice now. Gretzky back to the line now. Hooks his way through. Varnikov had a piece of him. Now it winds up behind the net. Gartner's in there. So is Middleton to Gartner. Gartner back behind the net. Gretzky is hauled down. No penalty. Gartner cleared ahead. Bork moved in. The puck is tapped out to center ice. Turning with it is Kevin Lowe. Ahead for Middleton, who just deflects it down over the line. Gretzky trapped inside the line and came out and back in with Tonelli clearing it. And is called on the offside. 8:29 gone in the second period. Still a 2-2 tie here. There's John Tonelli.
He's been very effective again tonight. He was the Team Canada player the other night against Czechoslovakia. Here's Wayne trying to go behind the net to get that pass. The Soviet has a hold of his stick. Wayne falls down, but I guess the ref thought he took a dive.
Sutter facing off. Bossy up there on the line along with Tonelli. Bossy gets it back to the defense. Canada setting up now. Huddy moving up. Try to get it ahead to Bossy. He has to look back now, and it's cleared back inside the line. Coffey's got the puck out ahead, intended for Bossy, and that was intercepted. Back in over the line comes Vasiliev. Vasiliev on his knees, but he passed it over. Now Coffey out at center ice. Coffey to Tonelli. Tonelli's over the line. Tonelli with Bossy catching up, going for the front of the net. Cleared in front. Bossy couldn't reach it. As Billy Lentinov shoots it through center ice. Down over the line, Vasiliev. Still with that puck now is Koshevnikov. Koshevnikov clearing it in front. Reaching it for it there was Vasiliev. He's got the puck now. Vasiliev in a crowd. Scores! And I don't think that Lemelin saw that at all. He did not move on it, and the Soviets have taken a 3-2 lead.
Reggie Lemelin did not move until the puck was in the net. The defenseman was standing in front of him here. Don't know that he was expecting the shot. There he is there. The puck in behind him. He might have ticked something.
Not much you could do about it.
Looks
like it may have gone off a leg in front, too. So it's 3-2. The Soviets leading. They have controlled early going here in this period, but penalties have hurt Team Canada. Now Canada coming back once again. At the line, they try to work it over the line. That's Messier. Messier unable to control it now. Svetlov over the line. Good move there. Yashin goes in. They score. Yashin set that one up. And the defense pitching in. Zubkov. And shocking suddenness. It is now 4-2.
Well, there was a beautiful play by the Soviet forward, Yashin. He catches Bork, hops over him, passes on the forehand, and that's what the Europeans do so well. When they're in front of the net like that, majority of the time they're on the forehand to let the puck go all in one motion.
Anatoly Semenov getting the goal. And Canada trails by 2 here at the Northlands Coliseum.
Well, that silenced the building a little bit.
The Team USSR goal.
Now the shots on goal in this period. The Soviets have outshot Canada 5-1. The penalties have hurt. And there's also silence the Team Canada bench. They don't look as enthusiastic as they did a while ago, but let's see if they can get it going now as Bork shoots it in.
Team USSR.
Starikov from behind his own net now for checking. Check is thrown in there. Messier stands on it. Rebound, loose in front of the net. Messier's knocked down. Big pile up in front of the net. And out to control the puck was Tizhnik. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Soviet end. That play worked by a check that was thrown by Messier in the corner, and then some work at the side of the net by Messier. As you look down at Igor Stelnov.
Messier was looking to throw the puck across to Stasny on the side of the net, but everything was closed in on him, and he couldn't make the pass.
So the face-off again in the Soviet zone. 10-10 remaining in the second period. Bossy out there along with Sutter and Tonelli, Robinson and Coffey. Shepelev taking the draw against Sutter. Shepelev kind of a stranger on this line between the two players from the Central Army. Makarov. And here's Shepelev now breaking down over the line. Catching up is Perutov. Shepelev clearing it right in. Shot it right on the goal. Here's a shot drifting over top of the net now. And Sutter up against the boards. Cleared behind the net. Robinson beating it off the boards. Sutter. And kept in now Makarov. He's got Perutov in front. Shepelev as well. And Shepelev is the one that fanned on it. Now kept in at the blue line by Stelnov. Now cleared in front. The Soviets are beginning to take it a bit to Team Canada as Starikov at center ice, and the two-line pass. Vasiliev and Koshevnikov, and then Semenov from Vasiliev and Yashin. Very quick and short order. 2 minutes apart, actually 2 minutes and 19 seconds apart. And here comes Canada now at the center ice. Gardner trying to get free. Bork, rink wide pass. It's a return pass now. Bork at center ice. And backhands it in. Trying to knock it out of midair there was Pervukin. And it's finally called. And face-off will be back down in Team Canada territory with 9:05 left in the second period. 4-2 as you see it there. Canada had 1 goal scored against them. There's kind of that letdown when you're in a tie hockey game and you're putting the pressure on. You've killed off penalties and so on, and then to have the 1 goal scored on it, you've got to kind of regroup quickly because you can very suddenly find yourself with the 2nd goal. That's exactly what happened to Canada. They trail by 2 now.
Well, that's what happens so often when you play the Soviet team. They can pounce on you and your little mistakes, and the next thing you know, you're behind and you can't catch up.
Steve Eiserman over skating it inside the blue line. Skvortsov. Skvortsov. To the line now. Here's Gemayev. Gemayev, there's a shot from the blue line, blocked at the defense. Lowe got in front of that. Gardner. Gardner flips it out to center ice, moving up on the play, but unable to control the bouncing puck with Bourne. And it's back inside now to Bilyaletdinov. Bilyaletdinov circles away, gives it to Serge Savard inside the zone. Out at center ice for Barnikov. Barnikov got to the line and no further as Lowe takes over. Lowe getting it to Bork. Raymond Bork with a good move inside the blue line. He beats it ahead now. A little skating rope for Bob Bourne. Bourne shooting it in deep. Gardner moving in. Tishnik leaves to the side of the net, that Tishnik will not play the puck outside the goal by all indications. Could very well have played that, helped his team out a little bit. Canada, but they can't control it as it's forced back out to center ice. Gardner completely tied up on the play. Bilyaletdinov ahead. The pass for Barnikov. Barnikov to Bilyaletdinov, but he put it right on Robinson's stick and ahead and off a skate all the way down to Tishnik in the Soviet goal. Zubkov deep in his own zone. Along the boards for Yashin. Yashin. Check, Goulet to Middleton. Middleton now moving in. Middleton flipping it ahead, and it's off a leg, and back out come the Soviets with Yashin at center ice. That lead pass, and it's kicked into the corner by Lemelin. Robinson ahead for Gretzky. It goes by him. Kasatonov back in his own zone. Goulet moving in on him. Kasatonov clearing it straight up ice. Goes off a skate, off a stick. Yashin collecting it at the boards. Gretzky moves back, picks it up, drops it off for Robinson. Canada now. Gretzky couldn't get that pass. They're doing a good job of preventing Gretzky from getting the puck in the center ice zone, and there was a good indication that Semenov deflected it away from him.
The Soviets are checking very closely in the mid zones there. They're not giving Canada any momentum to get an attack going on them.
Now Gretzky's out there with Middleton and Goulet now. The Soviets have countered with a line that's is centered by Sergei Shepelev, along with Vasilyev and Koshevnikov. Center ice, Gretzky. Gretzky along the boards, and Middleton with a player trapped has to send it back. Robinson. Robinson gets the far side. He gets the return pass. And Coffey drops it back. Now Robinson at center ice ahead. Coffey moving to the line now. Coffey getting to Middleton. Middleton to Coffey. And Tishnik covers it up. Great two-way play there on a given goal. Coffey and Middleton.
There's a fine play by Paul Coffey, who comes up and acts as a forward. Sees Middleton across here. Middleton has a nice look here. Little tough luck for Coffey. Tishnik comes out well out of his crease to force the play.
It's a great play all the way around, and good room there for Middleton to make a play. Like they practice it, right, Darrell? There's Alexander Tishnik. Pronounced, I can remember him. He's unfortunately had the misfortune, or maybe the good fortune, depending on how you look at it. Here's a shot wide of the net by Bork from the blue line. It's kept in. Just to finish the thought, Tishnik has been the backup goaltender for Tretiak over the years at Army, which meant for some years he was playing 1 and 2 games a year. Here's Bork inside his own blue line now ahead. Anderson, rink-wide pass for Messier. Messier couldn't handle it at the line. Peter Stastny throws a check at center ice on Makarov. And it's cleared back in again. Back to get it. Bilyaletdinov. At the side of the net now. Here's a quick shot just wide of the net taken by Anderson. Now a chance for Canada. Stastny tries to dig it loose. Behind the net. Shepelev. At center ice now. Here's Karutov. He has 2 goals in this hockey game. He's over the line going one-on-one. And it's knocked away. Nicely played there by Kevin Lowe. Now at the blue line. Out comes Canada. Pass for Stastny over the line. Anderson will hustle into the corner after it along with Pervukin. Pervukin has it behind the net. Throws it right through Anderson's legs. Larry Robinson moving in from the point. Hooks it free. Now against the boards. Here's Stastny. Stastny getting into a crowd in front. Is stolen away from him as the defense tightened up. And back out at center ice, Makarov. Makarov dropping it into the slot now. That's Gimaev. Gimaev moving in front of the net. It's loose there, and reaching out is Lamolat. Another shot through a crowd, taken by Makarov. Zubkov shooting it into the corner now. Cleared out in front. It's loose there in the defense. Starts out now. Peter Stastny leading the rush. He hits the line. Stastny just stopping. Now feeds it in deep. Canada, I think, looking for a change here if they can get it. And on the far side, Sportsov. Sportsov chased by Tonelli. Hits the line. They both go down. Sportsov still with the puck in the corner. Clears it in front. It goes through everybody's legs. Varnikov was parked in front of the net. Back out to the blue line. Kazatonov. His shot is deflected up into the crowd. It's called for a face-off. This is Labatt's Canada.
They're 90 pounds, strong upper bodies, and they're hard to knock off their feet.
Well, anybody who's had to check Barutov, and you've had the problem at times, Darrell, and I don't think I've ever seen him down.
Well, I saw Sportsov and Tonelli mix it up in the corner, and Tonelli went down, and Tonelli's a pretty big boy.
Yashin along the boards. It comes back to him and is kept inside the zone now. And again, here's that Islander line moving around now. Tonelli in against the boards. Bossy looking to try and dig it out there as well, but it winds up with it on the Soviet stick, and out to center ice it comes. After it, down over the line is Semenov. Semenov in front of the net, and unable to hold it was Svetlov. Now at the side of the net. Into the corner. Bossy. Bossy coming out. Bossy checked from behind. Good job by Svetlov. Still loose in the center ice zone and cleared in. Back to get it is Zubkov. Shoots it ahead. Pass. Semenov. Semenov to the line. Semenov had it checked off his stick just as he hit the line. Yashin. Yashin having trouble under the checking of Gretzky, and it's cleared back in, and Robinson's got it. 4-2. The Soviets are leading. Pass out to center ice. Kazatonov. Back to the line. At center ice, Gartner. Gartner shooting it in wide of the net. Hustling in after it, Bob Bourne along with Kazatonov. Here's Gartner. Gartner throws a check in there, but the loose puck is picked up by Stelnov. Stelnov shooting at the center ice. Unable to hold it out there with Sportsov. Bourne shooting it in again. Play is kind of slowed down under the checking. Stelnov along the boards. Gartner. Gartner back to the point for Coffey, and a crowd deflected over top of the glass and out of play by Bourne in front of the net, and we'll have a face-off again in the Soviet zone.
Canada's having a problem getting any kind of attack going at all. They're not crossing the blue line with any speed. Soviets keep one player back in the center ice zone, picking up the centerman or the free man, and not giving their players any room to skate.
Canada has had only 3 shots on goal in this period. Something that the United States faced in the game the other night against the Soviet Union, where they had 8 total through 2 periods and then got it going in the 3rd period. Viktor Tikhonov, brilliant coach of the Soviets. There's a shot by Bork that's knocked down. Messier trying to get it in front for Stastny. That failed to work. And the Soviets at center ice now. Here comes Koshevnikov. He's knocked down as he hit the line. Varnikov there. Canada, Stastny inside his line, starting out now. 2:54 remaining in the 2nd period. The puck is shot in. Anderson going after it, picking it up is Pervukin on the boards. Out comes the Soviets again with Gimaev. Gimaev at center ice, forced back. Now tried to force it over to the far side, and in over the line comes Vasilyev. He's checked up against the boards. Now Kazatonov, or at least around the boards for Canada. That was Bork. Gimaev. Gimaev dropping it off. Koshevnikov at center ice. He manages to control it under some checking from Messier. Now in full flight, here's Karutov. He's been the Soviets' best in this game. Stripped away from him, and Stastny has it. Stastny feathering it to the far side. In comes Messier. Puck comes off his stick, and again, just no room inside the zone for Team Canada. Brilliant checking job, and I'm sure there'll be some adjustment made in the intermission period. Here's a shot off the shoulder there, taken by Pervukin. Collecting it is Gretzky. Middleton breaking loose. Middleton hustling after that puck in the corner now. Middleton stops, ducks away from a check, controls it, leaves it for Gretzky. Gretzky, Middleton's in front of the net. It comes back near the point. Coffey feeding it in deep, but he fed it right onto the stick of Pervukin. Pervukin has trouble controlling it. As coming back was Goulet, and he feeds it back to the defense. Robinson for Coffey. Out near the line, and is knocked down by Makarov. Karutov getting into the side of the net now, hustling around behind the net, feeds it in front. Nobody there who could put his stick on it, and out comes Canada. Gretzky at center ice. Gretzky fading to the far boards. Gretzky with Kasatonov on top of him. Gretzky, good moves inside the line. Gretzky clearing it finally right onto a stick, and the Soviets break out. Karutov, a rink-wide pass for Makarov. Makarov moving in, trying to get around the defense, and it was nicely played by Lowe. Puck is cleared to center iceman, hopped over the stick of Tonelli. Back to get it is Starikov. He feeds it up on the boards. Less than a minute remaining in the period now as Karutov leaves it there for Semenov. Semenov along with Makarov. He gets the pass. Now Kasatonov. The shot is wide. Good heavy shot by Kasatonov. Low. Leaving it there. Canada. Sutter getting it from Bossy. Sutter shooting it in. Tishnik out of the net. Starikov is there. It's cleared around the boards. Bork digs it out against the boards. Looking for a man. Gets it back to the point for Sutter. Sutter in. Tonelli deflected it wide, and it winds up in the crowd with 31 seconds remaining in the period. This is Labatt's Canada Cup on the
job of checking the players away from the puck. Wayne Gretzky had the puck for a while there, looking for an open man, but nobody could get free for the chance on goal.
There's a deflected shot cleared away by Starikov right in front of the net. Yashin clears it out to center ice. Coffey intercepted it, and what have we got here? A penalty coming up. Roughing is called, and Canada is going to play a man short well into the second or third period as Sutter goes off. Watch for Sutter against the boards here.
I think it's a roughing penalty.
Well, I'll tell you, there could have been double minors there.
Well, there should have been double minors. The Soviet took a swing at Sutter.
Well, Doug Olson is not a popular guy right now in the Northlands Coliseum. 1938, Sutter for roughing.
The two penalties Canada took earlier in the period might have changed the tempo of the game a little bit. They were little hooking penalties, the penalties that you don't want to take. Messier type of penalty where the good hard hit sometimes gives your team a boost and puts the other team back a notch, but those little hooking penalties, they usually catch up with you somewhere along the hockey game.
Well, the coach doesn't want to see him now as see Glenn Sather at the bench. You know, the penalties are just, no matter what kind of penalties they are, the hooking ones are the ones that drive a coach crazy, because it usually is because the player's got behind or ahead of, and you're reaching back, and the only thing you can do is hook. Here's Tonelli on his knees. Yashin picks up the puck now. We've got 16 seconds left in the period. Time for one rush, and it's offside at the blue line. In too quickly on the left side with Semenov. Well, face-off outside the blue line. 14 seconds left in the second period. There you see Semenov, big fella, 6'3", 196 pounds, and just a kid, really. He's the captain of the 1982 World Juniors team that the Soviet entered, and has been criticized